Hey guys, welcome to this episode of Organic Leanne, where today we are going to be talking about what else? The garden. But even better yet, we are going to be talking about victory gardens. Now, what is a victory garden, you ask? Well, back in World War I and World War II, our government asked us to raise our own gardens to help to alleviate some of that burden on the food industry, because we were sending grains to our allies in Europe during the wars. In World War I, it was called a war garden. In World War II, it was called a victory garden. The beauty of growing your own victory garden is you know if your food is organic, if it is non-GMO, and also it also helps you to become a little more sustainable. Sustainability is a very prominent word in the homesteading community. We want to raise our own meats. We want to raise our own vegetables to become a little more self-sufficient. I'm encouraging y'all to start a victory garden today. Doesn't matter whether you have a huge plot of land or you live in an apartment. I'm going to show you 3 ways that you can start your very own victory garden. First up, in-ground gardening. The U.S. Department of Agriculture had put out handbooks for victory gardens or war gardens, and it showed you a step-by-step process on how to do an in-ground garden 25 feet by 50 feet long. We're in my greenhouse right now, and I'm going to show you some of the plants that I have started. Look at that, I finished the roof on my greenhouse. I'm so excited. Look at that. And I'm going to show you what I'm working on in here to get ready for our spring victory garden. Things that grow great for me in the garden. Now here you see some of my little seedlings that I have. Beans grow great. Tomatoes grow great. I've got some little basil coming in over here. I've got some cabbage, that's Chinese cabbage, corn, dill, got tomatoes. Squash does really great. Onions are super easy. There's some more corn. Pinto beans coming up. Let's see, some Gallia melon, some peppers and tomatoes, super easy. If you're interested in watching the Yokohama pumpkin video that I did, click the card here. Pumpkins grow super easy. Now on to raised beds. This little garden right here is no more than 4 feet across by 2 feet deep. And in this bed, if you look here, it has cascading oregano here. We've got onions in here. I've got sage to the back. There is, look at this, potatoes back here. I've got another potato plant here. The point of why I showed you this, here's an area of dirt 4 feet by 2 feet. And I've already got herbs, onions, potatoes, and some sage back there. It is super easy to have an edible garden. You don't need a huge area. All you need to do is just rethink your landscaping. I personally would much rather have a garden that I can utilize in my medicines and in my foods, that looks beautiful, that is also practical. I'm going to take you back over to the keyhole garden, and you can see how great this keyhole garden is doing. She is flourishing. These are my China rose radishes that have gone crazy. I've never grown them before, but so I decided to try them in here, and they've gotten really big. I've got beets down in here. My beets are growing. These are some golden beets. Another volunteer potato plant has come in. Look at all this lettuce. I had to pick a bunch of lettuce. We're gonna have salad tonight for dinner. But you don't have to cut the whole lettuce. You can pull leaves. Keyhole gardens are awesome because, of course, you've got all your dirt. You've got your compost going in here. So you can just see how it's flourishing. Container gardening. Back when I did apartment living, I always had to have some kind of a planter, whether it was an herb garden or a box of pansies where I could take the flowers and throw them in salads. Where there's a will, there's a way. I was looking through one of my favorite seed catalogs, which is Baker Creek, of course, and they had these mini bell tomatoes. and they don't get any bigger than a foot tall, and they produce a plethora of cherry tomatoes. So easy, something that apartment life can support. They're little, they're not going to overtake, they're easy to plant. They also have tom thumb peas. They get tons of little snap peas. They even have tom thumb lettuce. You can plant them in a 1-gallon pot. So I'm always thinking there's always ways that you could have a few plants to make yourself more sustainable, even to grow your own herbs for cooking or for making your own tea. This is called pineapple weed, or AKA wild chamomile. Here is a little planter that I have that is about 1.5 feet by 6 inches, and that can be on a patio. Here, look at this. In this pot here, I have arugula growing. Over here, in this pot, I have a grapevine growing. Wait, I'm going to show you over here now. We're going to take a walk. Let's take a walk. You've seen my videos before. I do large beds, and then I also do container planting. I've got more potatoes here. These are purple potatoes, white potatoes, and red potatoes. For me, growing a garden is not just about the current crisis that we're in. For me, gardening is a family tradition. Both sets of my grandparents came over from Europe, and that was a way of life for them, having a family garden. It has been ingrained in us. It goes beyond just the victory garden in a time of crisis. It has been something that has been so rewarding to me. It causes me to appreciate nature, God's creation, so much more. Seeing how things grow, seeing how they benefit our bodies, and also being able to share the bounty with family and friends. Well guys, I hope you were inspired today in planning a victory garden. Not only is it practical and provisionary, it also gives you these wonderful vitamin D rays from the sun, and you also get exercise. I hope you were inspired to go plant something, even if it's one item to help yourself be a little more self-sufficient. If you know of someone who could use this information on starting their very own victory garden, please be sure to share it. If you have not subscribed yet, smash that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you do not miss an episode of Organically In. There is much more to come. Stay healthy and have fun in your journey creating your very own victory garden. God bless.